Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. We're going to make a series on learning SQL, which you can use to run reports, understand data, and overall improve your skill set. The best part is you can learn all this for free. I'm going to be using a website called W3 Schools for this series, and you can type w3schools/SQL/default.asp into your browser of choice. An additional advantage to using W3 Schools, besides being free, is that you can practice editing your SQL queries so you can follow along to these videos. Throughout this series, you'll see buttons on the website that are labeled Try It Yourself. And anytime you see that, you can practice editing the code yourself. I'll just show you an example. If you were to click this, your browser will open another tab and you'll have a SQL query up here, and you can edit that. We'll cover that later in this video. Also, just as far as interface goes, in the top right hand corner you can switch to light mode or dark mode, so just pick whatever's most comfortable for you. Over here on the left hand margin we have a list of chapters or modules, and throughout the series we'll be covering a lot of these. For now, I want you to click on Sql Intro. You'll see some standard information like what is SQL, what it's used for. Let's not worry too much about that in this video, because you'll get more value out of actually using SQL in practice. So we'll scroll down and click Try It Yourself. What you'll see here is a very simple SQL query. And specifically, you'll see a select and a from. Try thinking of select and from as individual components within the query, and we'll eventually learn more than these two. But for now, let's just focus on these two components, since that's the bare minimum a query needs. The from specifies which tables to pull data from, in this case, customers. Whereas the select specifies which information to pull from within that table. You'll see an asterisk here, which simply says to pull all columns from the customers table. Let's try running that query now. We'll just click on this button that says Run SQL. And here at the bottom of the screen, you'll see all the columns that are within the customers table. Suppose you don't want to pull all the columns from this table. Rather than an asterisk, you can specify specific columns and separate those out with commas. Since syntax is very important, we'll copy and paste the column names to get the spelling exactly right. So you'll see down here on this row, you've got columns. Let's pick customer name and city. So we're going to replace the asterisk with the columns we want to see. So customer name and city. And when we run this query, instead of seeing all these different columns, we'll just see the two columns we specified up here in our query. So we'll click Run SQL again. And now you just see customer name and city. And if we want to see all the columns again, we can put the asterisk back. And you can go ahead and change those columns around however you want. And just do that for some practice. Switch between asterisk and then picking various columns, and just do that repetitively, and you'll eventually get used to it. Next, I want to show you how to change the table. So you see here, we're pulling from the customers table, and on the right-hand margin, there are several tables listed. We're pulling from customers. You could pick any of these others, such as orders, products, shippers, etc. We'll type in shippers, and we'll see results from a different table with different columns. And you see shipper name, phone number, etc. If we just wanted to see the shipper ID and the phone number, we could do that. Run SQL, and now we only see those two columns, and if we wanted to see all three columns, just type asterisk and run the query. And again, repetition here is the key. Just try switching back and forth, try running different tables, Try typing in different columns and just get as familiar with it as you can. And if you're brand new to SQL, I would recommend you just do this, even if it seems a bit boring. It will help you get very familiar with very simple SQL queries, and that'll give you a foundation to build upon when you get to the more advanced stuff. Also, if you have any questions about anything I covered or anything you would have liked me to cover, please let me know in the comments section below. I could use some feedback and can hopefully answer any questions in future videos. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.